So I've owned the Evo now for 2 months, so I think it's time for a little update to see what I've been doing since I got it. So why haven't I been driving the Evo when I'm running out of weather to drive the Evo? I don't want to drive the Evo in the wet. Drive the Evo in the wet. Why haven't I been using the car? Because I keep dicking about with it, which is typically what I do. And one thing leads to another and things kind of back up on themselves and you've got dependencies and it's like project management, nightmare, hell. So let's have a look at what I've done that's actually been completed in these past 2 months first. So, you can't see it, but the sound deadening under the passenger side is gone and the firewall is gone from under the dash on the passenger side. We have battery now relocated to the boot. We have sound deadening gone in the back there, and obviously all the rear is removed. The fuel pump relay that did sit on the strut bar, that has now been relocated, and you can see it, I think, just about up there somewhere, hiding out the way, nice and tidy. We have the deadweight battery fitted now in the boot, all plumbed in, all working properly. We have washer bottle in the boot, relocated from the front while I was dicking around doing other things. You can see here, pipe work, all nice there. Sound deadening is still in this side under the seat. So what else have I been doing? What else have I done? Clear cam pulley guard, that was a very recent addition. I've also replaced all the vac hose with new vac hose from the 88 and kind of tidied it all up. You can't see any of it, but there is a lot of ECU wiring to sensors that was done in a way that didn't suit my brain, so I have redone all of that. So things like this sensor here, this wiring has now been tidied, and all kinds of other gubbins all around the engine bay has been tidied. Replaced this top hose here with some nice new silicone, and this is the battery bit in the engine bay, done and dusted. Now all sorted. So those are things that I've actually done. Oh yeah, another thing I've actually done is I have removed the sound deadening, the heat matting, whatever you call it, to open up the grills at the front, and I've made the little knacker duct functional with some mesh on it there. So those are things that have been done, and there's other things that I've done as well, like I've removed the passenger airbag, I've removed the airbag module, I've dicked around with the steering wheel, I've fitted some carbon fibre blank plates where plugs used to be and switches used to be that I don't need anymore. So those are things that I have done. So what things haven't I done? So things I haven't done, we have a Kakamoto, shoot the boot lid. We've got a Kakamoto GT 1.0Z race exhaust there to go on the car, super lightweight. Really excited to hear how that sounds, get that fitted. Charcoal canister, got rid of that too, forgot to say that. What haven't I done? So the switch panel for the dash to work with the battery relocation that I've done, that is in flight. I've also put USB there rather than a cigarette lighter, forgot to mention that. Lots of little jobs. So over here, we have the little temporary switch panel that I made. It's going to sit that way around, like that. So I need to finish that. That's a job soon. What haven't I done? I've also not fitted the turbo timer that's arrived. A genuine, brand new, old stock Blitz one. That's kind of retro and cool. Looking forward to that. I haven't worked out a solution yet for catch can for this breather. And that led me on to the PCV, the PCV valve at the back of the engine. I need a catch can for that. So the Evo needs 2 catch cans. So we're going to end up having Radium, I think it is the company. We're going to have 2 catch cans sat here, which is why I removed the charcoal canister. And one of them is going to be closed loop to the inlet manifold from the PCV. And one of them is going to be open to atmosphere from the crankcase breather here. And then I need a secondary pipe for MOT time to run back into the intake. What else haven't I done yet? The main thing I haven't done yet is I haven't sorted out the Blitz SOS filter. I've got lots of pipe work now, so this is going to be the next job that I do. Here I need to cut it down to size, because the problem with the Evo I've discovered is that I'll show you, the turbo, which is 63mm outside diameter, you've got 8 centimeters from the turbo intake to the bottom radiator hose before it fouls on it, and it does foul on it. So I've needed to buy some custom pipework. That's something else I've done. Move the boost solenoid to here. Need to sort out some custom pipework that's going to basically come up rather than come straight out like it did before, because I don't want the radiator hose, which is marked, you can see, I don't want that to be put under pressure and have stuff rubbing on it, so I need a better solution. So that is the last thing that I haven't done. So what are the things that I have planned to do? There are lots of things that I have planned to do. So for starters, we have a carbon fibre bonnet in 2x2 twill that's going to be made in a few weeks from Rallytech in the UK. I have a set of Rallytech carbon mirrors that should be arriving this coming week. I've got a Rallytech all in 2x2 twill carbon rear spoiler blade. I also have on order from a place in Finland, I've got a fiberglass boot lid for the car, which should be cool. And I've also got a fiberglass TME front bumper to fit. So quite a few cool things arriving hopefully very soon to go onto the car. So what's coming further down the line when I've got through all these things? So I thought I'd finish the exterior first. So the last thing I want to do, I think, is I just want to get a set of wheels that have a decent offset. So I'm thinking NK RPF 1s, 17-inch by 9 ET22, so that'll sort out the exterior. And then moving on to the interior, I am hoping to get a can-checked gauge that's going to work with the Max ECU and give me lots of readings, that's going to sit on the steering column with a little rev gauge and all sorts. It's kind of cool. That's one thing that I want to do. That's probably going to be quite involving, we will see. Want to replace the seats, and when I do the seats I'll get rid of the rest of the sound deadening, and I want to get the carbon fibre interior door cards and rear seat delete kit from Rallytech. That is something that will hopefully finish the interior off, get some harnesses, maybe a cage, etc., and sort of go from there. I do want to get the car on the dyno, and I do want to get the sort of map checked. When I've done other stuff, I want to replace the intercooler, probably when the bumper is off and being done. I want to replace the radiator just because I want to, and the radiator hose and the fan just to free up some space in the engine bay. Maybe at some point replace the turbo with something a bit more tasty, get a bit more power. Longer term plans, but that should give you a kind of clue of what is hopefully going to be coming up on the channel for the Evo in the next week and a half. No, in the next maybe, I don't know, 6 months, all being well. So I hope you've enjoyed this little update. Apologies that I haven't really driven the car or done any videos of me driving the car, which a few people have asked to see. I will do that as soon as I get stuff back together here and I'm in a position where I can actually use the thing. But for now, I need to get cracking on with all the things that are half finished. So thanks for watching.